and then we use paint. And fast forward years later, won awards in the US.
Oh.
So this is like a year into the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we won awards into the US, and I'm going to make mention of Cedar because they assisted in the process of us getting to the US to exhibit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is first time in the US. I've never traveled. I've never traveled overseas.
Yeah.
So going to the US. If you were to see the America's Mart, ne, I'm winning the market favorite. At the time, I was like,
Jeez.
this has got to be God. God knew what he was doing, right?
Yeah.
And fast forward, okay, we came back, and then the president, same year, no, not the same year, 2014, spoke about in a woman's empowerment or whatever speech that he had in KZN in Mlazi. And then he mentioned me there. And then from there,
Wow.
again, we'll get was TV interviews, radio interviews, and then to getting another buyer in Italy. So we've exported.
Jeez.
And unfortunately, COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
And then, oh, that was slipping away. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. And then COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, we had a store in Cape Town. If you're around Cape Town, you can visit Abode at the old biscuit mill.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Fumana Corner, clocks and mirrors, because they've got a small space. So they're
Yeah.
only doing clocks and mirrors. And then you can order through Michelle. She's a lovely lady there. And then East London, there is a shop at it's a Triple Point, ne? Yes. There's a shop, Paya Ekona, Eastern Cape Craft Shop in Emipato. That shop is actually sponsored by Small Business and ECTC. So I've got my stuff there, and you can just purchase whatever that you see there, or you can go to our website. Alternatively, it's more on the other social platforms, which is Instagram and Facebook. And I've got it on Ozzy's Eco Deco on Facebook and Ozzy's Eco Deco on Instagram. Yeah.
Fascinating story of how your business came to be. It literally feels like those things where somebody says, I just need a sign.
Yeah.
And like your signs were literally dropping in front of you, one tire after another. It's absolutely it's a beautiful story, and I love the trajectory of your business and the amount of success you've experienced, and that you survived COVID. You survived that hectic time. How did you get through that?
COVID actually, people were not buying furniture, right, at the time. But I was surprised. It was like one or two that would say, you know what, because people are feeling bad, I want to gift a friend of mine a wall clock, right? Because they're sitting at home and they've just gone through this. And then others were doing it in memory of their loved ones. We do that. Like have a picture of your loved one as a face of the clock. And then there's also some idea like crazy. I'm going to say crazy, but it's not crazy. People want to keep the memory of their loved one. And then they will say, listen, please make an ottoman for me. I'll bring the fabric because my mom loved this fabric.
Oh, yeah.
So in her memory, we just want to do this, right? So for me, it's all the sentimental values, moments. We do corporate gifting as well. So through COVID, Mami atunga, right? So I was like, I called mom. I was like, Mama, I have leftover fabric. Like I've got crochet fabric that I was using on the wall clocks. My sense mask.
Oh yeah.
So we did that. So I was during COVID time, I was busy. And I remember God saying to me, fear nothing, because I am here with you.
Yeah.
And from that moment, I'm telling you, my 2020 through lockdown, I was fearless. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And then also, God dropped me another business, which is Osma Naturals at the time. So I was making steaming salts, but it's another story for another day. But what I would say is when you get that little voice, the very first 6 seconds, that's God talking to you. Trust that intuition. Trust trust that little voice because it's going to be so little and you're not going to be able to hear it.
Got to trust it and run with it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's all about action because if you don't take the first step, then how is God, how's the universe, how's the divine gonna assist you, right? So I guess it's the fear of the unknown that cripples us. I always call fear a crippler because it cripples you. I'll to move, because you're fearing the unknown. So whatever you wanna do, you've never done it before, right? So why are you afraid? How can you be afraid of something that you've never done? Trust God, trust the universe, trust whoever that you're believing in, and do it. It's all about taking that first step.
Yeah.
And I do that all the time.
No, I love that, and I love the fact that your story is so motivational. It's something that I'm sure can inspire somebody to say, you know what, maybe the fact that I keep seeing these random rubber soles laying around my yard means that there's something I can do. We can't just sit around. There's something you can do with your hands. You've used your creativity to literally build a business that within in its short span of life, managed to win you international awards, have you been mentioned by presidents. So I think that it's a good story to tell, and I hope that it will inspire anyone and everyone who does want to get into business, who does have the creativity, the talent to use their hands. Now, I just want to find out, you with Aussie's Eco Deco, and you being here at the CTICC. Talk to us about that. What has this been like for you? What opportunities have you found here?
Okay, the first one, yesterday I got you. Listen, I got you late. The first one was getting here, and I had to set up my store. I was invited by the Department of Social Development, right? So I was like, okay, cool, guys, I'll come through, and then I got here, and I had literally straight from the airport to here set up, and I was not even 10 minutes. Deputy President gets to my stand.
Yeah.
You can't even joke. My blood was like
Excitement.
really be like us, guys. Yeah. So being here has been great because I make every opportunity count. So I've met investors, I've met buyers, I've met people that are interested, customers, and also there's another side that I've created. I'm actually busy with an NPO where I'm training individuals, and not just individual communities. It all started in 2020, actually. Instead of giving a second chance in life to waste material, now I tend it to giving a second chance to people.
Yeah.
So I've been teaching people on how to use the waste material to create something so that sustainable living and it's also circular economy. So ibotile is a drink, 2 liters. At the first training I did, babenze Ottomans. So ngebotile. So yabona asilahle into sana.
Yes.
And I'm like, people, please, you mustn't. Before ilahle ngakabini ukuba ayomali yana lena. Because baxa bethisa la mati angiqonda nkosi yami imali yami. Nansi imali yami gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met investors. So what I would say to people, it's not easy in business, right? It's not a child's play. You've got to stay committed, be consistent with what you're doing, and also you continue believing in what you're doing. So it's tough out there. But if we are kubega, like, you know what, I know where I'm going. Yes, there's gonna be obstacles along the way, but this is my end goal. I'm gonna achieve this. Raining or not, it's about imvula ube manzi wome uphinde uqhubeke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely love that. I love your positive spirit as well and your outlook when you talk about your business and the excitement that I see from you. Thank you very much for making the time to come and talk to us. Nothing goes to waste. You heard it straight from Yolanda Msutwada's mouth, the managing director of Aussie's Eco Deco. You can find her on all her social medias. Search for her on Facebook, on Instagram, or go to the website. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll catch up with you inside when I come look at more of your art.
Great. Thank you, Lovey. Thank you, everybody.